Hi, my people. Welcome to another edition of Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube, and thank you very, very much, as always, for choosing me on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. It's an honor. It has always been an honor to consistently come here and bring you the best of updates, give you the best of updates here, consistent back to back to back to back to back update. It's here. The updates. There's a lot out there, but this is where we keep you on your toes. We keep you the best of the updates here. We analyze the situation for you. We tell you about what's going on. We give you the breaking news. We talk about all of that. So yeah, that's exactly what we do here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. If you are new to the channel, thank you very much for coming in and then choosing us. There are a few things we like to do here. We like to like the channel. We like to have your comment on the channel. We want to consistently hear from you. So do what you consistently comment on the channel. We want to hear from you. Again, after commenting on the channel, we want you to like the channel. And God bless you also for sharing the channel. So if you are done, make sure you share, let other friends, other colleagues elsewhere to also have a feel of what's going on here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube, because it's the best that you can get here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. And we'll talk about all of that's going on. There are a few things to talk about. Yesterday, of course, there are a lot of things that went on. The coaches that Pep Guardiola has given a lot of credit to Simeone Inzaghi and Xabi Alonso. He speaks so well of the kind of football that they are playing. Of course, if you look at Simeone Inzaghi, some of us have been talking about this thing for a very long time, for well over a year. I understand and I love the fact that today people are beginning to understand and take Simeone Inzaghi serious. He is the greatest as it stands now in those automatisms on the three-back system. He's one of the best. Yesterday was breaking news that people around the Chelsea owners, Baghdad Ekbali and then Todd Bowley, are looking to make a quick reshuffle at the managers, at the manager, that's Mauricio Pochettino, and then of course the sporting directors led by Lawrence Stewart. We'll delve into all of that. How true is all of those reports? We'll talk about stuff like that. And then we'll talk about Manchester United also. Manchester United are also at a brink. Eric Ten Hag may be on the road to losing his job. We'll talk about all of those bits in XGP. So yeah, let us get started. First of all, let us start with the bit about Joseph Guardiola and then how he adores Simeone Inzaghi and then Xavi Alonso. So see, there is the purest way of football where you essentially just want to control, play out from the back, score goals, be the flamboyant style of playing football. And then there is the bit about playing football where sometimes you want to understand that the game is about defenses, and there are a few things that you cannot control, and then you make reservations for that. As in, have a very good rest defense, have a solid build up and stuff like that, because it's important. Now, Simeone Inzaghi has done a brilliant job in recent times with his international Milan side, with a three at the back, with all of those automatisms, going into a four at the back at some point in time in build up, and then using the extra rotations in midfield in Barella, Calhanoglu, and then Mkhitaryan. Of course, for Calhanoglu, he has verbally and then publicly come out to say that he believes that he's the best orchestrator in recent times in the game. And I think I kind of agree in recent times, in recently, currently, he's one of the best. Maybe only second to Rodri in my books, but he's a top player in that regard. Now, for Xabi Alonso, we also know the job that he has done at Leverkusen and then taking Thomas Tuchel to the clinics. And I think that Pep, speaking about these two, it's about how he's looking to evolve as well as a manager. How by now he will understand that the game will not just necessarily be about keeping your wingers far and wide and then tacking in and then occupying the half spaces and all of those, excuse my language, BS. But more about also having control at the back and then being resolute in defending the box. And that's exactly what Inter and then of course Xabi Alonso has at Bayern Leverkusen. Using Kosono, using Tapsoba, using Jonathan Tah, these three back system guys have been solid for Leverkusen. And of course, for Internazionale Milan, it has been an excellent job of Acerbi, Pavard, and then of course Alejandro Bastoni. There have also been Matteo Damian sometimes coming in there. It's the quality of the rest defense, which is very important, or the reserved defense. The defense when attack is going on, very important. And I just think that very soon you're going to see a different dimension of the game where a lot of coaches now will begin to go into that direction, begin to understand that the rest defense is probably the most important principle in a game of football as it stands now. Straight. So On the part of Manchester United, yesterday there were multiple reports. Since the Ineos group have taken over, since Manchester United want to start proper operations in recent times, it looks as if Eric Ten Hag may not be their man. And Gary Neville said yesterday that if, as it stands now, the Ineos group have not made up their mind as to if managerial wise they are going to keep Eric Ten Hag or they are going to go with somebody, then he's going to be shocked. And I kind of agree. When new owners come, what they want to do is that they want certainty. They want to know that they want some things to be clear for them. So there is ex-manager who's going to come in. We want him to be there for 2 years. And after the 2 years, we will say that, okay, fine, we want to see this, we want to see that, we want to go from this, we want to see that, we don't want to see this. All of those things are there that they may want to look at. And I think that's where the direction of Manchester United is going to be. So it is true that if truly Eric Ten Hag is under pressure, then definitely by the end of the season, the Ineos group will make a decision on him, whether he has to go on. And I think it is safe for Mauricio Pochettino as well. In the context of Chelsea, for me, if you look at where Chelsea have come from, in their club, changing ways, building up stuff, changing managers from Graham Potter, Mauricio Pochettino, yes, he had preseason by a host of players. Some went out, some have come in, a lot of injuries. I don't think that just cutting Mauricio Pochettino out makes sense. And I'm saying this off the back of a lot of reports that have come from the UK. And see, in my opinion, if you listen to Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube, I think that you are blessed. Because for me over here, the job I do is to just dissect and then take the chaff away from the real sense. So let me start with something. If you go back and you listen to what has been said about Mauricio Pochettino, saying that the team felt that the best option was to sit back and then play for penalty. A lot of people misconstrued it that Pochettino gave his team instruction to sit back to play for penalty. That wasn't it. If you listen to exactly what Poch said, what he meant is that he felt on the touchline that the team were tired, they were fatigued, and maybe they believed that at that point in time they should play for the penalty shootout and then go and see how it goes, because they believe that they were good. Of course, Georgi Petrovic had saved penalty shootouts, and Chelsea's players are seen to be very good with penalty shootouts, and they're going to play against young Liverpool players, in academy players, and they believe that if it goes to penalties, we can play. Now that misconstrued in the media. A lot of people are beginning to make it look like as if Pochettino prepared that his team should go and play for the penalties in extra time. That wasn't so. See, sometimes in games, fatigue does affect the team, and that's why changes are important. I think that the lack of quality in depth for Chelsea affected, especially in the middle of the park, affected the club. If in those times when Chelsea were taking off Conor Gallagher, if they were bringing on a midfielder who had quality to chase the game, like Conor did, if they were bringing on a Romeo Lavia who could sit and ask Moyes and then Enzo to push up and press up high and not worry about the space left behind, that would have helped the team. But because the changes in terms of the lack in quality wasn't there in the middle of the park and had to bring in an attacker, Mihailo Modric and the likes, to make it look as if he was going for the win, but not necessarily going for the win. That was the thing. And that, of course, affected the team for large parts of the game. And that's why, in my opinion, you don't just, when I've seen a lot of multiple reports since last night about the fact that Pochettino is going to be sacked, and then people believe that he's not a good manager, and then the Chelsea owners are going to crack their whip on him, and then they'll show him the exits door and what's not. See, immediately Chelsea sacked Pochettino mid-season. That's when I stopped supporting the club, in my opinion, because for me it's going to be a waste of time. You are building a project. You sack somebody last season in the middle of the season. You don't sack another person in the middle of the season. Then that raises question about you. How good are you? Chelsea waited months before they appointed Pochettino. They didn't want to appoint him in the middle of the season. They waited till the summer before they appointed him. They knew times like these are going to come. It is imperative that the team stays calm and understand that there's a lot of noise around the club because they couldn't win the Carabao Cup. Trust me, if Chelsea had won the Carabao Cup, the rhetoric and the refrain would have been that, oh, it's just the Carabao Cup. But for me, it was an important cup for the boys to go in confidence. You don't learn anything from winning. You just get happy. In winning games, in defeat, you learn essentially the hard taste, the bad taste, and then you want to come back and win more. And it's an opportunity for the boys to get back and then win. In my opinion, I don't think Pochettino has done so bad as Chelsea manager. I don't think he has done too many things wrong as Chelsea manager. Albeit, you would expect that things begin to go on well. There's a next game against Leeds United where the team has to prepare for. And you would expect that the team will want to put in a shift, win that game, and not let this thing have a telling effect on them and take it from there. In my opinion, every other report that is out there saying that Pochettino may be sacked by the owners, for me, it is just guesswork. In my opinion, it is guesswork. A lot of it is just guesswork. And then I just can't believe that people are going down that road in terms of guessing and hoping that these things are going to happen. In my opinion, it doesn't happen. And tomorrow, on Wednesday, Chelsea has a game at home against Leeds United. And it's a game where the fans either would have to stick with the players and say, we saw the effort you put up at Wembley. Yes, we didn't win the cup final, but it was important that you put up that effort. And then we are going to go in and going for a try again in the FA Cup. We'll give it a shot. We'll wait to see how that goes. And we'll see how we can qualify for Europe, even if that doesn't happen again. Mind you, in the FA Cup, there's Manchester United, there's Nottingham Forest, there's Liverpool, there's Manchester City. There are a lot of top teams in the FA Cup as it stands now. And yes, it's going to be difficult. Chelsea has still have to go again, and try to make things work. So for me, those reports are just guessworks. People are just going in for clicks and what's not. But essentially, the real chaff is in there. And for me, it's just a matter of time that Chelsea begin to go and then see results and then go in from there, because it's imperative that Chelsea grows from everything that's going on with them. And sometimes I don't take English pundits seriously. I don't take ex-football pundits seriously. It's because of the reaction after the Chelsea loss, and then the reaction and the reports I'm seeing around. In my opinion, it's just guesswork. And people just mention the price tags of players. People saying that Caicedo was shambolic. I mean, if you watch that game, you can't tell me Caicedo was a bad player on the day. He was very good. He was shaky in the first few minutes, but when he settled in, he controlled the game. And same for Enzo Fernandez. And a lot of the times, people are going to have this conversation without context. It is time for the boys to stay strong. It's time for the Chelsea team to stay strong and stick together. If there was ever a time where they need to stick together, it's now. They didn't need to let things go and then have issues. And in my opinion, and I'll end like this, I don't think Chelsea are far off in building a good team. But there is no margin for error going forward in the summer in terms of getting things right in the summer. And those are the things that have to be done. Chelsea just ought to get things right in the summer. We're hearing that Manchester United and Chelsea are monitoring Simeone Inzaghi in there. I mean, you can understand Simeone is doing a brilliant job and all of those stuff. But really, there is more to all of these conversations that's going on. I just want to end here. I'll bring you the latest updates to analyze it going forward here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. So if you're not subscribed, do want to subscribe to the channel and then make sure that you turn on the notifications. Have a nice day.